Hey there, artist. I'm going to be going over how we can add some faces onto our pumpkins by using some scrap paper. So this is how I recommend making a face. I'm going to recommend you use white and black. And I like to start with the eyes. Now, before anything, you need to take your white piece of paper and fold it in half. Now, you might notice that on my scrap, I have some drawings and stuff, and that's okay. And I couldn't fold it in half very well, but that's okay too. And I should draw my shapes. Now again, I'm starting with my eyes. So what shape is a good shape for eyes? Circles! Circles are a great shape for the white part of the eyes. And the reason I folded my paper is that when I cut my piece out, how many white circles am I going to have? That's right, folks, 2. That's why I always fold it in half. Keep your area tidy. If you are a fast worker, maybe make lots of faces and see which one you like the best. And then I could take those sides that have some pencil marks on them and flip them away so that it's just white. I don't want to see my ugly pencil lines. I'm going to do the same thing with the black piece. I'm going to fold it in half and draw 2 smaller-ish circles. Now, you can see pencil on black paper, so don't worry. I like to put it towards the edge of the paper, not the middle of the paper. That way you don't waste extra paper. I'm gonna make mine pretty fast. I had my paper folded in half so that when I cut my black pieces out, and they're just circle-ish, they're not perfect. It's hard to draw and cut a perfect circle, especially smaller ones. And I open it to the side where you don't see any pencil lines. And before I glue, I like to play. Do I want my pumpkin looking straight ahead? Do I want them looking off to the side? And then see what other things you can add. What else could I add on my pumpkin? Well, we definitely need a mouth. So let me draw a mouth-ish shape. It's kind of like a comma. And I only actually need to cut 1. So my paper doesn't have to be folded. If it is folded, that's okay. Maybe you can share with a neighbor and you guys can use your pieces like puzzle pieces and discover what you like the best. So again, even though you might have trouble seeing my pencil lines from the camera, no problem for me. I can see them easy peasy. But when I glue my paper, I flip it over so I don't see pencil lines. Now I can have them like this. I can have them like this. I can even make them a little bit like that, which I think is funny. So I'm going to keep it. I can make eyebrows. Now before you glue anything, test the shapes. Do you like it? See, what shape did I just cut for an eyebrow? Do you see that I made some triangle-ish shapes? And I could play. I could make eyelashes. I could make a nose. I definitely want to go back to my white paper though and cut some teeth. I'm going to make a few fringe marks. See, I just cut it 4 something times, and then when I cut across, I just made lots of teeth at the same time. And I could discover where I want them to go, if I want them to go. I kind of like it like that. Now, I went really fast, but you can take your time and play. And so I can go ahead and next step would be to use my glue stick and glue all of those bad boys down. I'm also going to talk about how we're going to cut our pumpkins out and what kind of background we're going to add to them. So, happy arting today!